If you want to make a GIF in Photoshop, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, I'll show you the full step-by-step process to turn a sequence of images into an animated GIF, even if you've never used Photoshop's timeline panel before. This is a super useful workflow for social media posts, reaction graphics, simple animations, product demos, or any project where you want a lightweight looping visual. And before we jump in, if this video helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more easy Photoshop tutorials. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is stack your animation files. Open Photoshop first, and you do not need to start with a blank canvas. At the top menu bar, go to File, then Scripts, and choose Load Files into Stack. This is the fastest way to bring in a full image sequence. When the dialog box appears, click Browse, then find the images you want to use for your GIF. Select all of your frames in the correct order, then click Open. After that, click OK to run the script. Photoshop will automatically create a new document and place each image into its own separate layer. You should now see all of your frames stacked vertically inside the Layers panel. This is important because each layer will later become a frame in your animation. Next, you need to initialize the frame workspace. Go back to the top menu and select Window, then Timeline. This opens the animation panel at the bottom of your screen. Inside that panel, look for the small arrow next to the center button. Make sure it is set to Create Frame Animation. Once that is selected, click the button to create your first animation frame layout. Now, it's time to populate the frames automatically. In the top right corner of the timeline panel, click the small menu icon, which looks like 4 horizontal lines. From the drop-down menu, choose Make Frames from Layers. Photoshop will instantly convert your layer stack into a horizontal sequence of frames in the timeline. If the order looks backward, don't worry. Just click the same menu icon again and choose Reverse Frames. That will flip the sequence so your animation plays in the correct direction. Now, let's configure the timing and looping settings. Hold down Shift, then click the first frame and the last frame so all of the frames are selected together. Under any highlighted frame, click the small downward arrow to open the delay menu. This is where you set how long each frame stays on screen. You can choose something like 0.1 seconds for a fast GIF or 0.2 seconds if you want the motion to feel a little smoother and slower. Then go to the bottom left corner of the timeline panel and look for the looping option. Change it from once to forever. This is what makes your GIF repeat endlessly instead of stopping after one playthrough. After that, click the play icon to preview the animation, watch the speed, check the flow, and make sure the timing feels right before exporting. Once you're happy with the preview, it's time for the final export step. Use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl, Alt, Shift, and S on Windows, or Command, Option, Shift, and S on Mac. This opens the Save for Web window, which is the best export method for GIFs in Photoshop. It gives you more control over quality, file size, and looping. In the Save for Web panel, set the format in the top right drop-down to GIF. Then change colors to 256 so you keep the maximum color depth allowed for GIF export. For smoother gradients and less banding, set Diver to diffusion at 100%. Also make sure the looping option at the bottom right is set to forever. When everything looks good, click Save. Choose the folder where you want to store the file, name it something easy to recognize, and hit Save. Photoshop will export your finished animated GIF, ready to upload or share anywhere you want, and that's it. You've just learned how to make a GIF in Photoshop from start to finish. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like, subscribe for more Photoshop tips, and let me know in the comments what software tutorial you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.